G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the north of the map, we have got GL Nilly, who is going to be playing the Holy Roman Empire. On the south side of the map, we've got his opponent Clutter, who is going to be coming in playing as the English. Now, for anybody unfamiliar with Nilly in the north of the map, this gentleman is currently hosting a tournament for $100,000 hosted by, or hosting it, Nilly is, sponsored by Microsoft. That's the word I'm looking for. And he's going to be casting it with me. I'm going to be there in person on the front line in Berlin. So right now I've already flown in. I'm already in Berlin. I am down on the ground on the casting desk with Big Nilly. Now we're going to have plenty of friends there with us. We're going to have Grubby. We're going to have Dave. There's lots of good folks there. Now when it comes to players, look, I mean, you heard of Viper? You heard of the Muslim? Yeah? You heard of Beastie Cutie? You heard of Marine Lord? How about Lucifron? How about Leenock? You heard of that guy? What about Vortex, huh? You heard of him? There's a lot of talented players that are going to be coming out, Nilly going to be there witnessing it all with me. But this map is Danube River, or as I like to call it, Mississippi River, because if I call it that, then I'm going to have at least 16 people in the YouTube comments that are saying, hey, Drongo, you mispronounced the name of the map, mate. It's pronounced this way, not that way. And I'm like, bro, I'm literally pronouncing it that way. And they'll be like, no, not that way, this way. It's like, all right, calm down. But anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit later because there's going to be a lot of action in this game, I suspect. Mississippi River is a map that is somewhat notorious for the way it can be very cutthroat, but at the same time very late game. If you get a couple of players that are very well balanced, then you're going to be in a position where you could be looking at an hour-long game very easily, and just typically because of the way that you can wall off. So if we take a look here in the middle of the map, very easy to wall off here. Very easy to wall off this choke point as well. So a lot of choke points that you can wall off at the same time. A choke point down here. And you can choose which way you want to wall it. You can do a nice little cross in there. When it comes to this position, it's very easy to wall across here like that. And there is another way to wall off. But take a look at that. You've got a beautiful forest. But essentially, it's a map that allows itself, or lends itself rather, to be walled off very easily for both players. And as a result, it means it's going to be a little bit later in the game that it drives players to go to. So we'll take a look at how Clutter is going to be looking to handle it. Sorry, apologies for that. I need to get rid of those right there. So Clutter going to be just going for the standard play here as the English. So this is what we've been seeing the English do a lot on this map. So they will go for a council hall and they will just open directly with longbows and look to attack the enemy and apply pressure at the front here. Now, the difference is that Nilly is playing the Holy Roman Empire, and he's very capably going to be able to go into a galley in the Second Age and look to get that out onto the map and really try and do some damage. Now, keep in mind the galley is going to get outranged by those longbows, so we're going to continue to see longbows building up and taking out fishing boats, taking out the galley. So we'll see how he plays it. But at this stage, only got the one prelate out, only got the one scout out, slowly gathering up those sheep. He's sitting on 11 at the moment. So I tell you what, not a bad little haul that Big Nilly has gotten in, but I'm looking forward to seeing how well he does. Now, Nilly's sitting on rank 169. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's pretty damn high. I didn't think he was that high. That is damn high. So, you know, I'm a little bit jealous. I think at the moment I'm sitting on like rank 400, maybe if I'm lucky, rank 400. Now, to be fair, I haven't been playing a lot, but still, I mean, that is impressive stuff from Nilly to be sitting up on a rank that high. You know what? When I get back from Germany, I'm actually going to grind hard, bro. I'm legit talking. I'm going to grind hard as fuck, man. I want to get my ranks up there. You know, I probably don't want to be competing in tournaments. I think that that ship has sailed. Top 512 represent. But in all seriousness, though, I think it's important to be up there in the rankings. I know that a lot of you guys rely on the words that I say, and at the same time, I think it's important that I'm credible. I want to make sure that when I'm talking to you guys, that it's coming from a place that's trustworthy. Because when it came to Age of Empires 3, you know, that was a position of credibility that I had there, and I was a somewhat, you know, relatively strong player back in the past, and then I came back to the game, managed to get relatively high on the ladder. I think I finished at about top 10, which wasn't terrible. But then when Age of Empires 4 came out, I kind of dropped off on the ladder side of things. So I got to try and get back up there. So we'll see when we get back from Germany how it manages to go. But now you can see Nilly going to be getting that age up in Aachen Chapel, going to be the way he looks to play the game. And beautiful Aachen Chapel is getting in here. So hitting the wood line, hitting the gold mine, and also hitting the town center. So very, very nice. That to me is essentially... I mean, that is probably about an 8 out of 10. I mean, it can't really get better than that unless you somehow get like a deer hunt in here or you get like some berries that are a little bit closer. Does actually also get the stone mine. So that's pretty decent as well. Now, he's probably going to have to put it 1 tile away, but I mean, it's still pretty darn decent. That is a great little spawn he's managed to pick up. Nearly now going to be on the defense as a scout comes in, does a bit of damage here. He's going to be tracking these units back. And Nilly now reaching the next age. No villagers on gold. I'm a little bit worried here for Nilly. He's going to be looking to drop down a stable, but already we've got spears that are out. So actually not walling off the crossing, not even looking to get a boat out. I'm a little bit concerned for Nilly at this point. Seems the units continue to trickle across the map. So doing a good job, Clutter is of making sure that he's keeping up with the... Is it keeping up with the Joneses, I think? Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses. So what Nilly ideally should have been doing is recognizing that this was coming, and there's 2 options he can do. Number 1 is he can look to wall it off like this. That is his first option. Number 2, it is to look to make this bad boy right here. That is a galley. It's 180, 180. And then that enables him to control this crossing, prevent these bad boys from coming across, doing too much damage. But now it looks like villagers going to get taken out. Unfortunately, the first villager of the game is going to go the way of Clutter. Nilly looking like he might need a bit of help out here. Does a little bit of a drop off before heading back out to grab some of the fish on the other side of the crossing. Now we've already got the horsemen coming out for him. Looks like he's going to be going into an archery range as well, so double archers, or at least single archers at this point in time, slowly adding villagers to gold, so could potentially look at grabbing up that galley soon. You can see that fishing boat struggling to stay alive, more reinforcing longbows now coming in. Got to be careful, this horseman coming out extra fast. Did have the charge on it, but nearly calls it back at the last second. Obviously that spear was out as well. Probably just needs to be, or wants to be a bit careful of that. But Clutter looking very good right now. Clutter currently sitting just inside the top 1500, which is not too bad when it comes to your rank, considering there are, I think there's hundreds of thousands of players on the ranked leaderboard. I might be wrong there. It could be tens of thousands. But 1500 ain't too bad at all. It is definitely up there. I'd be curious to know what his ELO is, but I definitely say, with regard to his rank, it's looking pretty good. Starting to add in farms now, and I love this move. I think this is a very smart move. No wheelbarrow picked up just yet. No double broadaxe just yet either. No specialized pickaxe as you wouldn't expect, but he's beginning to build up that massive longbows, and now we see the galley coming out for Nilly. Nilly in a great position now. Keep in mind, he has got the fishing boats here, and he's playing the Holy Roman Empire, so he is in the driver's seat because, as you guys know, the one thing that I love to talk about, it's the Holy Roman Empire. It is the Exodia that they love to build. So typically, you have the 3 legs of Exodia, aka the relics for the Regnits, and then you have the Palace of Swabia, which I like to call the chest piece. And if you can manage to get all 4 of those bad boys in the same game, then there's a pretty good chance you're going to win. I rated it about a 98% chance to win. But we'll see how Clutter goes up against this this Holy Roman Empire opponent. So he is scouting out. He's got this scout just hanging outside the base of his opponent at the moment. I'm curious to know exactly what's going through the mind of Clutter at the moment. You can see he's not really training any units. He does have villagers that are coming out. Whether he's thinking about going up to the 3rd age, whether he's just trying to look to micro. I'd love to see him pull a villager or 2 forward and actually just look to begin building or getting an outpost push going. So the way that would work is he would just start off probably on ground that he's already secured. Drop down your outpost here, and then you begin to move forward. 2nd outpost, 3rd outpost, 4th outpost, and continue pushing into the enemy base. But the issue that you're going to have is you're going up against Nilly, and it's only a matter of time until Nilly starts thinking about the castle age, and when he does, it's going to be very hard to stop. Very, very hard to stop. But you can actually see a little bit of a mistake coming in here from Nilly. He's got the Aachen Chapel, but look at this, all the villagers just sitting up on this corner, not even getting picked up by the Aachen Chapel. Terrible, terrible mistake, unfortunately, for Nilly. He's going to be losing a lot of value there. But speaking of losing value, longbowmen coming out, they're actually gaining quite significant value. Nilly going to be losing fishing boats, it seems. all of the other fishing boats going to be trying to heal it up. Unfortunately, it does go down. Huge amount of horsemen now going to be coming out as well. Nearly going to be looking to come in and attack, and you can see him posturing around here. A fair few archers coming in here as well. Where is that galley? Oh, the galley's stopping the reinforcements. Very smart move coming out from Nilly. So that's part of the reason why you don't see these reinforcements moving across. So Nilly has really cut off the throat of his opponent, cut off the legs of his opponent, I guess you could probably say. Nilly now posturing and looking to try and take control of this middle section. And yeah, his opponent definitely going to have a tough time getting out and across here. Ideally, just a couple of longbows would be able to shoo this bad boy away. So I don't even know if these if he's aware that that galley is there. Because yeah, just a few longbows are going to do more than enough to outrange it. If we take a look at the galley, it's got a range of 5. Longbow got that range of 7. So going to have more than enough clearance on that. But it looks like Clutter actually thinking about going up to the 3rd age in this position. A very curious decision. Something we don't actually see a lot of English players do is go for that 3rd age. Normally we would look to see them try and fight it out a bit more in the 2nd age, but Nearly going to be thinking the same thing as well. He's got all the food that he needs, only needs that gold now. You can see he's coming in now for it. He should be able to click up any second. Probably going to have a whole bunch of villagers. Where are they? Maybe down here. Yeah, this is where he's going to go. Drops down the Regnants right on the front line. We'll do a quick stock take and we'll check out where the relics are as we follow around these horsemen in the middle of the map. So first relic, I'm going to draw it for Nilly. It is a very nice relic. Actually, let's reduce that down in size a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So first relic, second relic. These are Nilly's relics. 3rd relic in the middle of the map. 4th relic in the middle of the map. 5th relic in the middle of the map. What a spawn for Nilly. Absolutely terrible spawn for our English player. Now, obviously, it's a little bit, you know, these spawns are a bit closer down, or at least this relic here is a little bit closer down towards Clutter's side. But Nilly with an incredible spawn there. And you just got to wonder how the hell these spawns get through. This is absolutely disgusting for a Holy Roman Empire play. But now it looks like Nilly going to be pushing in. Clutter got to be careful. All of his units yet to make it all the way back. You can see he's working on the King's Palace. Only 5 villagers on that bad boy. He needs to get that up yesterday. Now managing to get inside that town center. It looks like 1-2 villagers going to go down, and he's got to be careful. No +1 upgrade just yet at this point. Longbows teeing off towards the archers. Villagers on the edge of the map here need to be careful as well. Nilly making his way up to the castle age. He is going to have plenty of room to move over on that side of the map. You can see now. We'll take a look and see whether we got prelates coming out. Indeed we do. First relic getting picked up. It's the furthest one away he went for. Second relic also getting picked up. Safe relic. 3rd relic also getting picked up. That's the triple, baby. Oh, baby, the triple. Nearly touches all 3 legs of his enemy. And, nearly touches all 3 legs of Exodia. I mean, it's probably just as bad as his enemy. Sorry, Nilly. Sorry. Nilly picks up 3 relics all at the same time. Good job, Nilly. Well played. Now, hot tip for you guys playing along at home and wondering, how can I get better at Age of Empires 4? If you've got 38 villagers, don't just use 5 on your landmark. The rookie numbers. Use 12, 14, 16. You want to get that bad boy up really quickly. It's so important that you get up to the next stage. So I would have been pulling all these villagers here. You can see 9 vills here, plus the 5, 14 villagers. Perfect. That'll work. You get up faster. You start researching your upgrades for your longbows faster, for your spears faster. You've got stronger units more quickly. So that is what it's all about. It's about getting up to the next age. But you can see Nilly continuing to posture and do more damage. Archers trying to get underneath the town center. He's going to fall back from that position. Still yet to get those veteran upgrades in. You can see both of the archers and the horsemen yet to get those upgrades. We'll take a look and see. Indeed, we're going to have the veteran longbows coming in now. 20 seconds to go on that bad boy. No veteran spears at this point. I would love to see some men-at-arms coming out for Clutter. But we'll have to wait. We'll have to see how he plays it, because all 3 relics are now in the Regnants of the Cathedral. In the Regnants of the Cathedral. All 3 relics are now in the Regnants Cathedral. He's begun taking sacred sites as well, looking to capture all of the 5 relics. You can see him now picking up a 4th relic, 5th relic going to be coming up as well. And this right here, I mean, this is just the dream Holy Roman Empire game. You're just playing it to a T at this point. The fishing boom really helps you get to the Imperial Age, and nearly going to be clicking up now at a very early time. I mean, I say very early time, 14 minutes, but it's a pretty decent time considering the pressure he was facing in the early stages of the game. Prelate going to be making his way downtown with that relic as well. And I suspect once this age up happens, I don't even know what Clutter can do. I mean, Clutter's trying to defend, but at the same time, he's having a very difficult time going up against his opponent. Beautiful little raiding force back here. Knight coming down as well. And yeah, I mean, at this point, Nilly just looking absolutely amazing. We're going to get a beautiful shot of this Regnants Cathedral as it comes up. Just the absolute dream Holy Roman Empire base here. Just absolutely awesome. So this is going to be a 5 town center. When he finishes this bad boy off, it's going to be the equivalent of 5 town centers. You guys know something that I talk about a lot when it comes to the strength of the Holy Roman Empire. It is this landmark. This landmark is just single-handedly able to carry the late game for the Holy Roman Empire. So Nili now reaching the final age, the Imperial Age. We'll take a look over at his opponent. You can see those raids continuing to come in, and good game gets called. Nili quite literally intimidates his enemy into surrendering just through the power of his economy. That is a big economy. That is a big Nili. And that is a big, if you got to be careful, don't put a W on the start of that word. Fellas, make sure you check out N4C. Links in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Best players, best casters, best game.